Well, thanks for visiting us this morning at ArkLaTexHomepage.com. I'm meteorologist Josh Marces with your Wednesday morning forecast update. It will be a warm and sunny Wednesday for us here in the ArkLaTex, and I'll touch on today's forecast in just a moment. But of course, the important business here is the latest update on Hurricane Delta. This is the 4 a.m. advisory from the National Hurricane Center. It does show the wind speeds have dropped to 115 miles per hour. Don't focus too much on that, as it will likely re-strengthen as it makes its way over the Gulf of Mexico. But this is making its way over the Yucatan, could bring some real damage over to Cancun in Mexico as it moves through today. And you see the official track from the Forecast Center. Not too many changes, still expecting it will re-strengthen into a Category 4 hurricane at some point. And what will happen as it approaches the coastline, you have the continental shelf there. The water's a little shallower. We've had some cold fronts move through, so the water has cooled down, especially with the cool overnight lows we've had across the region. So we are expecting some weakening with the system as it makes landfall, but it's still expected to be a Category 3 at landfall in south central Louisiana. What happens after that is it's expected to take a pretty swift turn to the northeast, which will carry the main path away from the ArkLaTex. And I will say, as of right now, there's still a lot of uncertainty. You can see it's still a pretty wide cone at this point. We're still included in the cone, and those impacts obviously extend outside of the cone, which I will show you here in just a moment. So do not let your guard down here. This could still be a dangerous storm for quite a few locations, especially in northwest Louisiana. So here's a look at FUTURECAST. We pick things up tomorrow morning. We'll see a lot of sun on your Wednesday, but clouds will start to increase tonight. We could begin to see some of the outer bands of Delta bring some rain in Thursday afternoon, Thursday evening. Not expected that we'll see anything too significant or too heavy as far as the rain here, but as we move through the day on Friday, that's when we'll start to feel the rain and the wind increase across the region. And you can see the heaviest of the rain starting to move in Friday afternoon, Friday evening, and we'll likely see some of that heavy rain carry into your Friday night as well. Obviously, we could see a few thunderstorms here, but typically the tornado threat is well to the east of the eye, so at this point does not look like we will face any kind of tornado threat here. And you see as we move into the day on Saturday, the storm will quickly just kind of move out of here. We may have some lingering clouds, but we should rapidly clear out again late Saturday and through the day on Sunday. I'll show you a few different rainfall models. This is our in-house model, and it is showing the heaviest rain over towards the Mississippi River, but we may tap into some, I would say, 2 to 4 inch amounts, especially up into Louisiana and maybe some locations in Arkansas. But notice the kind of feast and famine setup here is some lower areas in Texas, Oklahoma, Arkansas will probably see less than an inch of rain. This is the map from the Weather Prediction Center, and they are also hinting that the heaviest rain will stay off to the east of us, but we do tap into some of those 3 to 4 inch totals across Sabine and Natchitoches parishes. So given this, we really don't expect that we'll see any widespread flooding issues, but there could be some localized flooding, especially south of Interstate 20. And here's the wind map. This is the one I kind of want you to focus on here as we go through the day on Friday. Again, we could definitely see some tropical storm force wind gusts, meaning in that 40 to 50 mile per hour range. And if that were to occur, those are the same kind of wind gusts we saw with Hurricane Laura. That did bring some of the tree damage, power line damage as well. So folks that are in right now, I would say Sabine, Natchitoches, Red River, Bienville, Claiborne parishes, you folks need to be prepared to be without power for several days again this weekend. So make sure you're kind of stocked up on the supplies that you need today. And obviously things could change tomorrow, just given what track Delta will take here. So everybody just kind of keep that in the back of your mind. If we were to see more of a westward push with this system, then obviously more of us would tap into that damaging wind potential, but we do think we'll at least see some of that south of I-20 through northwest Louisiana. We go into the day Saturday, again, the winds will pull away from the region in addition to the rain, so things will definitely calm down for the weekend. So for your Wednesday, we're starting out pretty cool. We have temperatures in the 50s. There will be some patchy fog out there as well this morning, but that should quickly lift off as we start to heat up, and we'll have a pretty decent warm-up today, which should push us back into the mid-80s and maybe a few locations in the upper 80s south of I-20, and you'll start to feel a little more humidity come back later today and especially tomorrow. But I don't have any rain in your forecast for today. We should have mostly sunny conditions through the afternoon before clouds increase tonight, and we see that chance of rain late in the day tomorrow. Friday should be back in the 70s, and again, this is all kind of subject to change depending on the track that Delta takes here in the upcoming days, so make sure you're checking back for updates. But it looks like we could see some rain Saturday morning and then kind of clearing out, drying out, warming up for the rest of the weekend, as we'll be back in the mid-80s next Sunday, Monday, and it looks possible our next cold front could arrive next Tuesday, Wednesday, so that should cool us back down for the middle of next week.